much stronger game state than they are. I would avoid them if I were you. Revive happening, so all these teams are, you know, fully online with their members. 7 teams alive, 21 players. Oh, little gymnasium action.
Oh my gosh.
Onto the back line, and now Weesu's dropped to half health, as well as Internet Wrap. And a Woo is pushing forward with Buzz to secure this kill. Meanwhile, on the backside, Asterio going down to Arf. And now Internet Wrap on the run. Oh my goodness, Worsen Slot is in a horrible spot now. You know, Run It Up does have a slight advantage going into this, but Eclipse being a frontliner, and all 3 of these targets being anybody you can focus. Oh my goodness, the Duck connects onto the whole backline. Actor has paid, forced to use all of the ability to get out. The Linko as well, running back, but the Soul Steal has been activated. Sang Woo has just been wailing on Eclipse, and he has no way to get out. Camouflages forward, tries to take out Delinko as well. Is he able to find it? No, not quite. Oh, it's so close. It's actually closer than it looks, but the shielding coming up from Kiraz is going to provide a lot of utility here and allow Neospitter to push forward onto Delinko. And now, with this being a 3v1, they're just looking to reset, get some cooldowns, and yeah, finish their food properly.
Forward to kind of push forward for his team. They do see the plant here as Boba Boy tries to get something done here. Does land that thanks to the vision cheese, but unfortunately not enough damage coming out from these two here. Trying to salvage it though. Maybe get a kill. MSGK is low. Boba Boy on the chase. Io is right behind him, but the Nimrods get to gotta be careful. Knockup is gonna land on a Kirby Cake here. Great blink from Io. They do actually get one as the Sandust doesn't connect on anything. Now Biz gonna see if he can get a kill of his own. The taunt does land into Ayu, and with that, the rest of the teams are actually locked out of the zone, and it Backfire reses because of that, because Ayu got the kill, and now Loopsters is the one left on the outside here. What the heck is going on?
Oh my goodness, now Loopsters reviving Kirby Cake. Boba Boy is just gonna explode. I don't think Boba Boy is gonna respawn here because the zones have already been concluded.
I believe so.
Yeah,
We're just doing it for fun.
Let's click it, Kirby Cake. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is awful for Lemon Honey Green Tea.
Oh, there we go. Academy theme, but the color theme is the same. So it's like they kind of match it. A huge taunt coming out from Beckbar here with a huge knockup from Io. Means that, oh my god, they do get 2. Do they get the 3rd? Is it the 2v3 dream that comes through? It will not be, as Loopsters barely gets the speed gate. What an incredible combo coming out from Lemon Honey Green Tea.
And we've seen this in the past, right? This 11 plus AoE mage combo.
Beach, so the rest of Locked In now on the run. Divine Intervention is available. Gonna keep saving it for as long as I can. We do have the ballistic advantage going out, but with that, Ribbit is on the case now. Vancia on the run. Deus is kind of left on his own. Divine Intervention to try to keep himself alive. This might be the end of Locked In as Deus is all by themselves. And is that what you like to see here? He's gonna run into the corner and both teams converging onto him. No, Deus stuck in the corner. There's nothing he can do, as it looks like Locked In will be our first team eliminated. They mind. I mean, as long as no one else comes to this area, they're like, okay, there's, you know, it's just gonna be like another fight that they're gonna have to take. Oh, we do see Neospitter trying to force his way to Lumi here, but with that, these teams are gonna find out about it. We have Asterio and Internet Wrap fighting it out here. Looks like they did get their one at MSGK. Asterio actually got 2. What is happening? He's fighting it out against Loopsters now by himself. Has to dodge out on the grenade. Good job there. Able to get some auto attacks, trying to dodge out on this. Able to get the enhanced auto. One more auto will do the trick, and he clutches that. What the heck just happened on the side of Worsen Slot?
I don't even know. And now Neospitter and Sang Woo are going to the other zone where there's a full team. They have no idea that.
Oh my. So nice job by them. Couple of kills going forward. Nana Cash trying to get the blink forward to Surfs Up, but not quite gonna get anything from that here. Tomshu does get the tree here. Is gonna return some damage onto Boba Boy. Gonna have to blink away from the taunt here. Getting very aggressive onto Boba Boy here. Nana Cash trying to catch up to him here. And oh, the Ghost Light doesn't quite kill, but with the Duck Dive, it's not gonna barely be enough, as the Soul Stealer barely gets him out of here. Ayu is now trying to follow up, as it looks like Griff was taken down, so this will be a 2v3. Boba Boy not going to hit the moving turn here, so the Duck Dive will have to be used by Nina Cash to get out. So unfortunate. Tomshu having the fancy feet for that, but Griff losing out on the 1v1 here. Nina Cash is going to be the one on the run. Can Duck Dive over this wall?
Backing off. Nina Cash still on the run as Boba Boy chasing. Man, this reminiscent of Spy at Hotel Tree. Anyways, got a little deja vu there from Boba Boy, still getting it even as he blinks forward with the blank cartridge. He wants that Cash eliminated. Surf's up, going out by IU is on the cutoff angle, and that's going to be Dino Dance eliminated.
He's going to try to get them out, but now IU is there as well. They are stuck in between 3 other teams. Poor Cash is by himself here. Does get hit by the Queen here, but the combo doesn't quite go through. Cash trying to sneak into the bush here. He can, yeah, eat into Research Center, but he doesn't have the timer left. So he's going to have to wait a second. He's going to take the jump pad, but he's going to be stuck in the middle. But he gets the cut combo. Does he get his kill? He does. But unfortunately, he will go down here in just a moment, but he did it with style.
He did me proud there. You know what? you could play two-handed all you. Wu is going to get identified as that target.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard indeed, especially with the item deficit, like you said. So we'll see how this goes. Here's Luckney, decides to start prepping the Queen here. As we start to march forward here probably in just a second, Kiraz trying to get as much shield value as they can for their team. Knockup does land onto Kiraz. No Queen combo coming out quite yet. Wu getting a little bit of damage onto Avancia, return damage onto him as well. Looks like both the ADCs just kind of battling it out here. Lockney does hit the Queen combo without the help of Jignut there. Able to delete Kiraz all on her own. And now Wu at about a quarter HP. I really like this from Lockney. You know, they get their one and they back up, they rest, and you know, they know that they can just go back in healthily. And look at that. Oh my god, the peerage uppercut, you know, following Wu for miles, leaving Neospitter all alone. Very cleanly played by the side of Locked-In. Who's gonna have to fight off against No Flame here for the Cemetery Tree. We do see DN getting tagged up a little bit here. Guard in reverse was used. The meter is full. He is ready to look for something here. It's Futchu gonna try to see what he can find on the backside here. And oh my god, they're gonna go right for Gobu here. And EMP Barrage gonna go out with the knockup from Futchu. Gobu does not have a chance to respond here. Frankie and Jess are gonna be on the run. Camper on duty does have the ulti still available here, but No Flame isn't even gonna chance that here. Great awareness from the side of CatChatGPT. You know, we talked about it earlier. They're so good at just layering all their CC off of this peerage uppercut and able to get one kill very fast before a fight even starts with the items. That's the only like downside of the characters. J-Tang trying to get a pull here into Boba Boy, but thanks to the blink and the pistol skill, he might actually be able to get out of this one here. Moving turn is able to get used to get out to as well, but the Spirit Arrow is going to land. Girl in the bubble to get closing here, but is going to get feared thanks to the Blake cartridge. Boba Boy on the run from the entirety of Trigger here, who's not giving up the chase. Dylan gonna go check the Hyperloop here as Boba Boy's gonna have to loop down around. Actually just gonna wait it out here as Dylan just sneaks on by, and with that, Boba Boy's able to go to the Hyperloop here and get back to his team.
And Trigger's gotta be thinking, where did this guy go? Secure the objective. What? No, they will not actually. Locked In is also in the area. Now with the Reign of the Vampire Queen on cooldown, EMP Barrage coming down to Linko, has the item in his hands, and they know that Locked In is going to focus down to Linko and make sure they can rob that item off of his corpse.
As Eclipse is actually being found out here by Trigger as he's trying to res his teammates here, is trying to get over the wall here, but the Magnetic Storm going to keep him at bay. Intimidation tactic used to try to get out. Girl in the bubble though to keep J-Tag safe, but a couple more autos could do the trick here. J-Tag's really low. Eclipse actually able to get out of that one unless the free at last does take him out here. No, it looks like he barely lives. Eclipse having a bit of fancy feet here to get out of this. His team completely respawned.
He didn't really happening too crazy yet, but are on a pincer here. The mobile BLS gonna be used.
Oh no!
It's not gonna happen as they're completely caught out. Wokes takes down Frankie Doodle. Gobu and Jast on the run. Gobu goes down. Jast, can you get out? Looking to get into Cemetery in the jump pad, manages to get out. And now the rest of the fight breaks out as the Mole Divers are looking to push forward onto CatGPT. Fuichu and Camper on duty on the run. Striker on the chase, trying to get in range, but the White Lily is here. Yes, they do manage it to get out with the White Lily. So Striker will give up the chase. The Mole Divers coming out as the ultimate benefactors here, all of their members alive, picking up the credits off of all the corpses, and now another fight over in school. Boba Boy looking for an angle as Deus gets brought down immediately by Io and Bekvar on the backside. Jignut trying to make something happen to IU. Is he able to take him down? IU getting so low, but not quite brought down yet, while Avancia and Bekvar are fighting. Meanwhile, Jast comes on in. They think the third party's happening, but he's just looking for a revive to get out. Yeah, finds the revive. Frankie using the bike to get out, and now now that they've realized what's actually the Wick team's here, let's bounce, guys. We don't want to walk into the zone against these guys. It's going to be really difficult, but Trigger finding their way in from a mobile BLS, but Here comes the fight, breaking up Fury uppercut onto the backside. Dylan
Oh
is just
my.
blasted by Striker. Striker blinking forward, finding the kill onto Dylan. Meanwhile, the backside of Moldivers is completely untouched. Wokes is able to play complete.
After the moon falls on the head of the person, but unfortunately they didn't have blink, so they blink out, they avoid the duck dive, and then the third party is here. And oh, would you look at that? That mutant wolf actually landed something as the surf sub does go through, and with that, the echoes of the earth barely keeping Datus alive, but not alive enough here, as now we are in a 3v2. IU picking up another one, so 2 kills going over to Lemon Honey Green Tea, and they also get the meteorite off the wolf.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a nice extra bonus, right? A 200 credit value on top of the kill that you racked with the points. So good tempo for them, good points being racked up. And yeah, the lab key gonna be used, get them out of there. Jignut all alone here, trying to just buy a little bit more time, but I don't think it's gonna happen. He's gonna get brought down any second now. Will the respawn come out? Oh my goodness, just barely. Deus makes it alive by what would be fractions. Just isn't quite able to take down Camper as freely as he would like. Whoa! Huge snakebite coming down onto Galazor, but the return fire is huge. The snakebite is not on the target you wanted on Galazor with that quick spin, with the surfs up, has tools to survive this, and they turn this around on a moment's notice. But now the
credits that they need before they have to call in the next piece of the puzzle that they need to get the victory on this game here, as Cairo is walking up here. Guard in reverse has been procced, and look at that, that meter bar is up. They're a little bit scared as we have the ulti coming through. Wokes gonna see if he can get any damage, and Fletcher is gonna go out from Camper here. One more is gonna do the trick, and exclusive to try to keep Wokes safe. Unfortunately, the stun is gonna land, but look at this, Nangja completely unchecked here, and the rest of CatGPT is not healthy, but in a blitz, not gonna actually, oh my god, the sniper shot is though, ballistic advantage, gonna take down Fwichu.
In a blitz to ballistic advantage, Nangja from all the way across the bridge, managing to snipe out Fuichu to get that. But with the blast energy field now on cooldown, that steroid that Theodore gets from using that ultimate is now not going to be accessible. It's going to be a lot easier now for No Flame to try and take a fight with that DPS sink in the ground for the Moldivers. And yeah, look at this, Jas trying to look forward. Cairo holding the front lines. He's taking a lot of damage. He's got to catwalk at some point. You got to make a decision. You can't take too much damage in neutral, as they can try to burst you down for it, and they go for it, but nobody falls. No! Wokes is the first to fall on the ground, and that's going to be what No Flame needs to break through and make this final game come to fruition. Those who don't know at home, after night 1 on the spawning day 2, you can see where everyone is on the map. So that is a one-time deal that you get to have. Delinko, whoa, what the heck just happened? I think Delinko tried to Q backwards while blinking the opposite direction at the same time, and kind of got mixed up by it, ended up blinking towards into Racebelg. So down he goes off of that little misplay of Racebelg.
Couple teams actually in school. Sing Wu being chased down, it looks like, by Eclipse. Ballistic advantage is going to go out. Going to hit 2 of them actually for the slow. Going to hit the third one, and the Blue Viper, I think, is going to be enough to take out Sing Wu. It will, thanks to the White Lily. So he will fall down here. Very well played by the side of Bianca fans, picking up another kill.
You know, it's something I thought was archery range. Wow, look at this. CatGPT is opting to... These guys might just walk right past each other. No, they're going to see each other here. Fuichu uses the bounce on the pull, connects, and that's all the punishment needed to take down Fuichu. All it takes is just one pull from J-Tang. Just one, and he can control the course of a fight off of just that. And he does so. Camper on duty, now going to go down as well, swinging wildly.
To get a huge damage combination on any of them without that being available, especially being on the amp drone. So now the team at No Flame is going to have to wait it out a little bit here. It's going to be quite a bit till 5 Omens is available. J-Tang taking a little bit of poke here once again. They got to still be a little bit careful, though, because the CC that's available from Gobu is still enough for Frankie to one-shot a member of them. So we'll see how this goes as they start making their way in here. J-Tang going to keep taking a lot of damage here. Fear is going to be hit onto him, and look at that damage that happens, but it's not going to be enough to take him down quite yet. J-Tang looking for another pull again. Is it not going to go through? Fear onto Galazor. Quick spin is going to keep him alive here. And look at that, Dylan. All of that return damage, and there will be No Flame falling down here. No, this heavy D-pads needs to be up for Cairo, because when it pops, he does get any CC on him cleanse. And that's been proving pretty vital against Hedgen here, because if it's able to, cleanse the Fear, he's able to keep on top of the members of No Flame here. But look at that trigger now making their way around here. Gobu very low. Cairo wants to keep pushing forward here. Is going to slow Frankie Doodle here, and they're going to keep pushing forward here as Frankie is now eliminated. A great pick from the Moldivers here, almost picking off Gobu, but actually getting Frankie in the meantime means that No Flame only has 2 members. Uh-oh. Oh no! Frankie leaving, or not Frankie, Gobu actually leaving Jas here. Now Jas being spotted out by Trigger means that he's going to be in an awkward spot. Oh my god, they do see that. There we go, the Fleeting Soul going to be used for the knockback, means that the mobile VLS will not be able to be used. Jas unfortunately going to fall down, just barely not able to take the VLS in time with Gobu. That is so unfortunate. And looking, they both have a chance to making into checkpoint from this, so we'll see. Moldivers can get the win. I believe they'll be there, but first we got to see how this fight is going to break out. Double Gs are going to be going down instantly from Galazor, and we have to start making our way in. I hope this team has EMP drones available. They are going to start going down. This zone is a little bit hard for them to move into, but at the same time, this is the kind of area that Wilkes likes to be fighting in. The grab is going to land. Gala taking quite a bit of damage. Cairo trying his best to get in, but look at that. All that damage is a little bit too much for him to handle as the magnetic storm comes down, and 2 members fall down instantly. Nangja not able to clean up the fight for his team. Trigger will be winning the game set can. So they're going to keep on moving around the zone and see them. Neospitter has a chance to be aggressive again here, but he does not have the blink available this time. Kira is going to try to get some poke damage out. Going to get some of that shielding for his team, as No Flame is just on the run here, being scouted down by Recons. They are going to see the ward as well. Frankie not quite going over the wall. Gonna have to drive around, and because of that, the duck dive is actually gonna land here with the ulti from the Nikki, means that the Peerage uppercut is gonna take Frankie down. Now No Flame is on the run. I guess that failed bite flip was his doom.
It's scary here. They might not want to take the fight against him until that buff wears off.
Oh my gosh, are they gonna see them here? Oh my god, they do see them here.
They see them, and that is Jas going down. No, Jas barely escaping once again as Cairo shoot falls down. Now Wokes trying to fight in this choke point with his gate striker pushing forward, almost taking down Gobu.
Oh no!
Fear from Gobu pushes striker back, and now Wokes on the backside trying to do what he can, but all the members of No Flame have survived, but they're not out of the wood yet. That's now locked in. He's closing in on them. Gas out of timer is gonna pop. Frankie very low on timer, manages to wrap around while Gobu uses his Charm of the Nomad to get out, but he's not out yet as Sang-Sang-Woo is here, keeping him gated into this area. Now, will advance it? Yeah, here we go. Jignut's gonna spot him out here, and that's gonna be Gobu going down. Frankie Doodle, the last player alive for No Flame, their last hope, as they don't have enough credits to get away. But, both of these teams will be entering checkpoint after this game, and yeah, Lemon Honey Green Tea, they're going to fall short a few points coming into this 8th game. They're not going to be on checkpoint with the other half of the lobby that will be.
Yeah, and looking at the item advantage that Moldivers has, it's going to be really hard for Run-It Up to push it through. But, it's happened before here, so we'll see if it can happen again. But Striker, this guy's been so crazy on the Nikki for the past 2 weeks. They got to be careful as he's just, waiting it out. He's going to have the stacks online, Garden Reverse going out, and the stun is going to come out. And, the Peerage uppercut now actually landing after the stun actually landed, completely obliterating Neospitter here. Blink to get to safety here. Sang-Sang-Woo trying to get some damage onto Cairo, but with the surfs up and the duck dive, it will be a Moldiver sweep. I really like the patience coming out from Strike to run through red, and it looks like they will right into Cemetery, and luckily for them, no one is going to be waiting on the other side, so they are going to be able to start slowly making their way in, but they're going to have to be careful as Moldivers are in the area. Bianca fans possibly even taking the jump pad. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to meet up with them here. Eclipse is going to go forward. There's the Strider. We have the EP barrage going out. Delinko taking a lot of damage though. Astroburst going down. Frankie is incredibly low, and he is going to be able to fall here with Actors Paid. Can the 2v2 be won here? Delinko trying their best to kite out against Jas. Eclipse trying to get a lot of damage out, but with the charms coming out, it looks like No Flame are going to be on the run as they see the Moldivers here, and look at that. Looks like the res will be able to go through for Bianca fans just barely, but now they're going to have to take the jump pad and run. Delinko maybe having just enough timer to get back into the zone.
Gonna be close for Delinko. I don't know if he's gonna make it. Yeah, he does barely make it. No Flame dumping over, and they're just gonna get blown up. Jas down, Gobu down. That's gonna be No Flame eliminated. Another checkpoint. This is exactly what Moldivers wants. They're slated to finish the series here. Meanwhile, in the other zone, Uptown is an absolute mess. Run It Up, trying to finish. Actor that is paid here. Actor, yeah, you're gonna go down here, buddy. It's just a matter of time. You're gonna create chaos here as Echoes of the Earth comes down. Racewell getting completely split off from the rest of his team now. Fuichu trying to make something happen. Oh my goodness! That Tonfa's quick spin, making Fuichu pay for it dearly. Fuichu, only 3 seconds timer left. Gonna go down in just a second. Yes, Advancia securing that kill. But now Sang Wu finishing off Kipper on duty, buying them a little bit more timer. Can they make it happen? They just have to hold forward here and try to get through locked in. But they don't have it, do they? Another kill being found. Racefeld jumping onto Sang Wu. Neospitter and Sang finding their way back into the zone. Buying a bit more timer, but Sang gets brought down. Neospitter all left alone with only 5 seconds left as the other checkpoint team. And yeah, he's not going to be able to do it as locked in finishes the job. And it will
of the team, they got to keep an eye out for him. We'll see if the Molldivers can close this out. It is Chapel once again. This zone, I swear, is so cursed, but it is a zone that Wilkes likes to see. There's a lot of narrow corridors for him to work with, but, you know, they were able to let Locked In to come into the zone, so Wilkes is going to try to play this choke here. Striker taking a little bit of damage. You got to respect the Queen. Guard in reverse was used, but it didn't quite land. Wilkes trying to get some return damage. He has to keep an eye on Lockney, though. Has to be careful because Queen is going to be active here in just a second. He has to not get hit, and he also has to be out of range from the Peerage uppercut from Jignut. It is a very scary game to be playing if you're a Wilkes here, but he's doing a great job getting some poke damage onto Lockney in the meantime.
Lockney's dropped to about half health. Now, the time has started. Timer is ticking. How will you make your move locked in? It's very hard to get through here. EMP's going down, trying to find an angle. Queen not connecting, trying to focus down Striker, but Jignut taking a ton of damage on that side. Oh my goodness, that's just a pure annihilation by Molldivers. They take down Advancia, now down to a 2v3. They reset the fight, they play it slow, they play it textbook, and this is looking to be the Molldivers as the Season 7 ERCS champions. They just need to finish Lockney down. Yes! Oh
yes.
My goodness,
Is this my
Molldivers
time?
do it in 8 games. They've been
Who said
hungry
it?
for an ERCS win for so long. You said it, Lucy.
I
That's who
did!
said it. So did Kaz. Kaz is a long-time